What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. If you're ready to fill your wheel, then I'm ready to show you the center of the map of the Isle of Siptah. So, in my last video I covered everything from A to F. In this video I'm going to cover everything from G to J. And in the following video I will cover everything from K to P. And I am going to cover both islands, so the main section of the map and then the lower section of the map as well. And again, this video is going to cover everything that is in G to J from top to bottom. So the first place on the map that I'm going to take you is the Ley Shrine of the Birdmen. Now this has been inhabited by the Accursed faction. And as you're coming up to it, you'll see this ramp here, and you want to follow this ramp up and to the left. This is going to bring you to a carpenter spawn. You can see him standing right here. He doesn't normally get off this platform unless you make him swing to drop down to you, but this is going to be a spot where a carpenter always spawns. So just continue to come up here and kill this spot until you get a named carpenter. Moving on down, we're just going to run inside here. We have a cook spot right here, so this spot is always going to be a cook. Just kill it until you get a name there. Headed down the stairs here, we're going to take the fast way, and we're going to find an alchemist spawn at the lowest area of this Ley Shrine. And if we kill him, you can see this is always going to be an alchemist, so continue to kill it until you get the named spawn at this location. Another thing about this location is it does have a jailer, and if we kill him and take his key, we'll go ahead and take that from you, buddy. And we run back. Where was it exactly? So there is a jailer cage around this thing somewhere where there's actually a named bearer inside, and I just wanted to show you that named bearer. There it is right there. That's the one we were looking for, and you can tell it's named by the outfit that it's wearing. It has that light armor on, and there is a Cathedria feather step. The next location here is right here. This is the Coldheart Ruins. Right behind me is the Coldheart Ruins. We're going to run up here and I'll show you what you can get here. So we have an alchemist spawn location right here. This is always going to be an alchemist right here as you enter. If we head inside here and around the corner here at the campfire, there is a cook location. So this is always going to be a cook. Just continue to kill those spots until you get what you want. We'll head up the stairs here. There's this guy here. You want to kill him while you're here. He drops some pretty good loot. And then if we come over here, there is another alchemist spawn. So if we kill that spot, this is always going to be an alchemist. Just continue to kill it until you find the named guy. Additionally, something that I want to note about this location is this actually needs a skeleton key if you want to interact with it. So if you're looking for some legendary weapons, bring a skeleton key while you're thrall hunting here. Okay, so something that I want to mention real quick is I am using a mod that makes these thralls spawn 100% of the time, so you are not guaranteed to find named thralls in these locations. Definitely kill them when you see something that's not named, and then come back after the respawn time to see if that location has spawned named. Now, this next location is right here. It is the Watchtower, and we're going to start at the top here, and then we're going to go down there. First of all, there's this guy right here. This is going to be a carpenter location, so every time you kill this spot, it is going to be a carpenter. Moving down to the bottom here, and we're going to, we can catch this guy right now. So this guy roams around the area. This is an armorer spawn location, and he's going to walk all through this camp. This is going to be an armorer every time you kill it. So if you're looking for an armorer, this is a great spot to come and grab your armorer. If we head off the other direction here around the outside and next to this campfire, we will find a cook spawn location. Okay, so we're going to come right down here to the Tower Watch Keep or the Accursed Citadel, whichever one you want to call it. They are both at this location. And what I'm going to say about this place is be very careful going into the heart of it. It is a definite level 60 area, but there are some areas like where I'm standing right now that you could do a little bit earlier on in game. So you would have to kill all of these guys here, but the two spots that you want to check are going to be right here, and we'll kill that spot. And then there you can see actually a fighter will spawn in this location as well. So anything can spawn in this location, including named fighters. But there you go, there's an alchemist, and we've had a couple of cooks, we had a shieldwright, there's a taskmaster, so a bunch of different stuff spawns there. Additionally, if we run over to the other side here, we have another spot where you can get just all the different things to spawn in this location. So we've had 2 smelters, here's a carpenter, and here's another carpenter. And if we kill him, let's see one more time, there is a shieldwright, so that's an armorer. And this is a great little spot because there is only the 3 thralls right here. There's this guy here, he's going to be a fighter. There is an archer up there, but what you could do is as you're killing these guys up here, you can pull some of those guys down here and actually knock them out in this field. The funny thing is, I was doing a video the other day where I was working on or testing a build that I'm going to do a video on in the future, and I came down here, and both times I came down here, I got a named thrall from those locations. Moving on down this direction, and I know you shouldn't jump down like that. I'm in God mode, that's why it doesn't hurt. I'm also cloaked, and that is why things are not attacking me. But if we come right down here, we have a spawn location there, and another spawn location here. Now you can see this one is going to be anything, and this one is going to be anything. So any different kind of crafter is going to spawn in these locations. Okay, so if we leave this spot, we're going to run up the stairs, jump and climb up the ladder, and then head on our merry way into the Accursed Citadel. Now, when you enter the Accursed Citadel, there's absolutely nothing that spawns crafter-wise named to our right, so don't even turn and go that direction. These guys do not spawn named. I mean, you can find an archer here, but we're talking about crafters in this video. So we want to head up this direction. This is going to be the first one in here, and we'll kill this spot just to see what we get. This is going to be a spot for all the different crafters to spawn. If we continue on from him and run right over here, we'll kill this spot. This, I believe, is also another spot where all the crafters spawn. We're going to run up these stairs and climb up this ladder. We're going to find another location right here, and we'll kill that. And you can see we have 2 carpenters back to back. I think this is a guaranteed carpenter spot. And it has given me 4 carpenters in a row, which means it's going to be a carpenter location. Leaving there and running inside here, we're going to take a right. You could run in this way as well. So coming in here and over this direction, we're going to have a spot right here. Now, when I was killing this spot earlier, it did give me a named fighter as well, so keep that in mind, but this is also a spot to find named crafters. Okay, so other than some named priests and some named fighter spots, that's all the named crafter spots that are in the Accursed Citadel. Okay, so the next spot on our list is the Lay Shrine of the Goblinoid, located right here on the map. And we're gonna head in here, but I want to show you there is a jailer and some cages at this location. But we're gonna head directly inside. We're gonna find a spot right here. This is going to be a spot where you can find a named crafter. And this is going to be a carpenter only spawn location. So as I kill him, you can see it always pops up as a carpenter. If we head downstairs here, and hopefully they have not run outside to join the fight, we have a cook location right here. And this is always going to be a cook spot. So if you're looking for a cook, go ahead and check this location. And that's going to be it for this location. You can find named archers and named fighters at this location as well, but as far as crafters go, it's just those 2 locations. Moving down to the lower section of the map, this is going to be the bottom island. You can see we're at Salvage Point. Now, Salvage Point is high up, so you are going to have to climb to get up here. However, there are a couple of spots that you might want to check. There's a named dancer spot right here. You go, Daniel. And then the other location is not that one. That one will not spawn above a tier 3, so don't waste your time. It is actually this location right over here, and this is always going to be a taskmaster. So if you're looking for a taskmaster, you can come up and farm this location. But other than that, this one is pretty bare bones, and that's probably a good thing since it is a climb to get up here. I mean, you can fall over the edge, you know, and kind of take them down this direction. But if you are carrying a thrall, you are going to end up taking quite a bit of damage coming down here. And then the other thing is you come right out to a 3 skull boss when you get down to the bottom. Moving on down the shore, we're going to come up to this structure here. Now, this location is not marked on the map. We are right here on the map, so that's going to be basically right on the line of F and G, and just above the line of 5 and 6, right there on the shore. And this actually has quite a few spawn locations. So we've got a spawn location here and a spawn location here, chatting with each other. These are both going to be spawn locations where you can find multiple different types of crafters. This one appears to always be an alchemist, but this one is a rotating spot for different crafters. Moving on from there, we're going to run through here and to the right over to this blacksmith's bench. This is always going to be a blacksmith, and you can find a bunch of different types of blacksmiths at this location. Moving down here, we did find another spot where Leonili can spawn, so that's really cool. I figured I'd show that to you during this video. Headed back over this direction, we have one more crafter spawn spot right here, and if we kill him, we can see that we get a bunch of different crafters at this location. And additionally, we also get fighters in this spot, so it is not always going to be a crafter. You can find a named fighter at this location. Moving on from there, we're going to head right over here. This is where Rabid Millie is. This is also not marked on the map when you find it, so it's something you may want to put a marker down for. But there's a couple of spawn locations here that you're going to want to check. So this one here is always going to be a taskmaster. Definitely take your time and kill Rabid Millie while you're here. Grab her loot, but up here you are going to find another spawn location. So as we kill it, we can see it spawns multiple different types of crafters. We're gonna come way over here and to this camp here. This is also a location that does not have a map marker. It is right on the line of F and G, just below the line of 5 and 4. And as we head in, we'll go ahead and kill you just because you're standing there. But as we head in, we're just going to take a right and we're going to find a cook location right here. There are no other crafter spawn locations at this camp. However, there is another spot where Leonili can spawn. So if you're hunting down Leonili, go ahead and come up here and check it out. Heading right down the coastline from there, we find another location that is not marked on the map. Now this one is basically right on the line of G and H in 4. So we will head right up here and see what we can find. Now this is one of the locations where you're actually going to find crafters walking around. So these guys roam around. Let's see, we have this guy. You should kill him for some good loot. And then we'll see if we can find this crafter. There he is right there. So there is a armor right there. Let's see if we can just get him to calm down. Can we? No, we'll just kill you. He spawns right in here. So there you go. There's a the accursed. And then if we kill him, there is another armorer. So this is a spot to find an armorer. Moving on from there, we're going to head right over here. Now, this is the area where the Red Mother is. The Red Mother spawns just down here. We're just north of that at this little camp, and it is in H5. So, we're just at this little camp in the middle of nowhere. You can see we have an archer, we have a scout right there, and then I think we have a fighter. So, let's go ahead and kill this spot and see what all we can get. We got a smelter, we got a tempersmith, so this is going to spawn all the different types of crafters at this location. Okay, so we're down a ways from those other camps, and we are in I-4. So, we're just going to run in here. We're not going to worry about what's going on there. There's a little hate list issue that's happening with a few of the thralls, but if we come up here, this is actually Lunatic's Reach. As you can see, the map marker actually came up. So we're going to climb up this direction. You can also come across this bridge. We'll cross that bridge in just a moment. But if we run up to this spot here, we have a named crafter location. So we had a taskmaster, we have a tanner, and another taskmaster. So this can bring you any of the different types of crafters. It can also spawn an accursed berserker, as you can see there. Moving on from there, we're going to go across this bridge like I told you, and right over here, this is going to bring you an alchemist every single time. So this is an alchemist spawn location, and he does get up and goes over and fights different things around the outside. So if you come in here and you're not finding him, then he may be way out here fighting the kudu or different things. You can see we've got some hateless stuff going on in here as well, and we also have another spawn location for Leonili should you be looking for her. Let's see if we can get them to settle for just a moment here, and I'll show you these other locations. So we have a spawn location here that you're going to want to check. This is going to be all the different crafters at this location. Leonili right here, and then this guy, I don't think he stands right there. Let's see where he respawns. There we go. We have a cook that respawned there, and a tanner, and this is also going to be every different type of crafter spawn location. The next location that I'm taking you to is Baywatch. It is right here on the map. Yes, Baywatch, yes. And this is actually the location that I'm going to recommend for the center section because it has an absolute ton of crafter spawns. So we have a crafter spawn here, we have a crafter spawn here. This is always going to be an alchemist, this is always going to be a taskmaster. So 1 and 2 spawns. If we run up here, we have 1 and 2 spawns here. Both of these spawn locations are going to be a cook, so 1 cook and 2 cooks. If we leave here, we're going to run down the stairs, across and back up, and you can find a crafter spawn location right here. So this is going to give you every single different type of crafter at this location. Leaving that spot and running over this direction, you can see we have another spot right here. This is going to be every single type of crafter at this location. Leaving that spot and running this direction, we have another location right here. This is going to be an every type of crafter spawn location right at this spot. Leaving that spot, yes, there's more, and coming right up here, this is always going to be a tanner. So if you're looking for a named tanner, this is a spot where you can get him. Moving over to this location here, there's another crafter spawn location right here. So that can be any type of crafter. And then if you're looking for a named performer, there's one right here. She's Limber or Bendy, and that's it. That's all of it. There's not a whole lot of resistance in my mind compared to a lot of the other places. You can see we have a few archers and a few fighters in this location, but it is rich with spawn points for crafters. So I highly recommend this location when you're coming out to farm for crafter. And I'll show you one more time where we're at on the map. This is Baywatch, it's right there, and that's going to be in J6. The next spot that we're going to come to is New Chemi Docks. Now, it is right on the line of J and K, and in 6. Now, I could have put this in another video later on, but I figured it's right on the line, so I'd include it in this video. And we're going to run right inside here. I'm going to show you all the different spots that you need to farm. Here's a jailer here if you happen to see something good in one of the cages there. But moving right inside, we're going to listen for this chick yelling at this person. So we're going to go ahead and kill this. This is always going to be a taskmaster spawn point. If we come over here, we have a cook spawn point. So this is always going to be a cook. Check the priest to see if they're named in that location. And if we run up this direction, we have an alchemist here. Let's see if that turns into something else as well. There's a tempersmith. So all the different crafter spawns can spawn in this location. Looking over here, here's a performer spot. Let's see if we get a different performer. We can. So there's another performer spot if you're looking for that. Running away from there and heading down here, we have another taskmaster spot at this location, and then we also have a crafter spot at this location. So this one's always going to be a taskmaster, and this one appears to always be a carpenter. And after about 4 kills here, I can guarantee this is going to be a carpenter spawn location. Moving a little bit further up the map, we have this named camp here. This is not marked on the map when you find it, but it is on the line of 6 and 7 in J. So if we run in here, you guys probably remember seeing this area from another video, but we'll run in here and we will see what this spot is right here. This is going to be in every crafter spawn at this location. If we head back this direction and right up here, we also have another crafter spot right here. And this is going to be a every crafter spot at this location. Leaving there, and if we run underneath and then head up the stairs, we have another taskmaster spot right here at this location. And this is always going to be a taskmaster. Leaving there and heading on the ship, everyone aboard. Here we go. We're just gonna fly onto the ship because we can, but here's another crafter spawn location right here on the ship. And that's it. That's all the spawn locations that I've found in the center. If I missed your favorite camp, somehow overlooked it, go ahead and leave that in the comment section below. That way I can either cover it in a future video, or at least you're helping out your fellow players. And I want to know in the comment section of this video, do you think I should do a video just about the Baywatch location and how good it is for crafter thralls? The whack moments in this video were sponsored by my legendary supporters. Thank you very much. If you'd like to become a member, you can click the button below that says join. That'll give you all the details. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not a subscriber, you can start your free trial today and cancel at any time. Clicking the bell is highly recommended so you get notified when I upload another video. Now, if you're not done watching, there's 2 videos on the screen. You could pick one of those to watch next. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace.